Happy Halloween, Jay.
Happy Halloween, bro. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Happy Halloween, fellas. Hope you guys are enjoying your Halloween. Hope you guys are safe about it, and hope you guys don't catch the vid. My bad, I meant the fucking vid. But yeah, hopefully you guys don't get laced with some weed brownies or whatever. Or and if you do, hopefully you guys enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, don't get kidnapped.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
A
dude.
lot of people get kidnapped. That's fucked up.
During Halloween?
Well, year round. Yeah, but don't get kidnapped.
Hey, if a stranger offers you candy, I mean, I would suggest you take two, but maybe not. Don't take shit.
Yeah, and pay your credit card on time. All that.
Yeah, but it is the season where everything's getting spooky and scary.
Yep.
So Jay and I thought we'd share a couple spooky tales.
Yeah.
And you had a very fun one, right, my friend? But you were telling me about a scary tale, my friend?
Well, I mean, before we get to the scary tale, I feel like the scariest thing in the world really is the U.S. national debt because we
It should be giving you nightmares?
because we owe people 20, like it's around 28, I think going on 29 trillion dollars.
Trillion?
Yeah, in the trillions, bro.
Wait, how does that happen when you start owing motherfuckers that much money?
It's insane, man. I mean, a lot of people owe us money too.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's fucking cool? Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. But I used to think China held most of our national debt. It's actually Japan.
Japan?
Yeah, they surpassed China like not too long ago.
Wait, so we owe Japan more money than we owe China?
Yeah.
How the fuck is that possible?
Dude, it's very like complex. I just know the very surface level stuff.
I think it's the PS5s.
A lot of the national debt, it's actually owned by like American companies, American people, and then obviously there's other nations.
Uh-huh.
And guess what?
What?
You know who owns a lot of government debt?
China?
The government. Yeah. So it kind of is like owing yourself money.
And that's the worst thing, huh?
It's crazy.
Because, like, dude, how the fuck are you going to pay yourself back?
But I will admit, I only know the very surface things. I don't know like the nitty gritty in depth stuff.
Holy shit.
But that's terrifying, dude. 28 trillion. Damn,
Hey, y'all better be scared now, dude.
that's insane.
Fuck. No, fuck that. Now that you mention it, I'm getting paranoid. Fool. Anyways. But since we're still on the topic of scary tales, as we will be, have you ever heard of the story of the Hombre Caimán?
No,
Okay.
is that like it sounds like is that what like a man shark?
Man crocodile.
Oh, man crocodile, right.
Okay, so I think I'm assuming because I've heard people use the word caiman,
Yeah,
so I'm assuming it also that's because a caiman is basically like an alligator, like
right.
a crocodile,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that's
So I'm
true.
assuming the word is also used in English, caiman.
Right, yeah,
So basically, the way the legend goes is that this fucking legend happened in Colombia, right? And that so the way it goes is there was a man who liked peeping on women who were showering in the river. Obviously, he liked seeing them naked, like a creeper. But I guess this guy kept getting caught, and they kept like telling him like, "Hey, bro, fuck off, or next time something's gonna happen, right?"
right.
So this fool's wish was basically to find a way to peep at these women and not get caught, right? So what this fool ended up doing, he ended up going to a witch doctor and said, "Hey, I want to be able to find a way to be able to peep at these women while they're showering in the river and not get caught." So supposedly the witch doctor said, "Hey, I got a potion for you. One potion will turn you into a crocodile, and the other potion will turn you human." He goes, "Take the one that makes you a crocodile, then go snoop around. They're going to see you as a crocodile. They're not going to think you're a person. And then once you get your fill, leave, and then drink the human potion. You'll be good to go." So he's like, "All right, cool." So he tells his homeboy, like, "Hey, come give me the potion when I come back so I could turn back into a person." He goes, "All right, cool." So they go together. They're right there at the river. They're ready. Homeboy takes the potion, turns into an alligator, and then his buddy gets terrified by it, runs, and as he's running, he drops the vial that'll turn him back to a human. So
Sounds like something. Fucking. What's his name? Homeboy that we know.
Butters.
Yeah, sounds like something Butters would do.
So basically, this fool played stupid games, so he won a stupid prize, bro. So now, the legend goes that this fool just runs around in the rivers, bro, peeping on women for in a humanoid crocodile form,
What the fuck? How old is this story?
tormenting his homeboy fool because he dropped the vial.
How old is this story?
So according to this shit, they say that this is over. Let me see. That they don't really have a certain time as to when this legend happened. All they say is that supposedly that people were able to actually see this fool more often back in the days because his mom was still alive, and supposedly the mom would go drop off his favorite meals to him out
that
in the river.
sounds so fucking stupid.
Like, bro, how the fuck would you be like, hey, bro, my son's in the mood for some birria or something. Hey, he's in the mood for some pizza. I'm gonna go take it to the river so he can eat it in the
And they're
swampy
like,
water.
why does he just come here?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's like half man, half alligator now.
Dude, but some of the pictures here, bro, like, literally, look. It's literally a fucking alligator body with a dude's arms and head.
Oh my god.
Like, dude, you would assume if you make a legend, dude, at least make him somewhat terrifying, right?
Dude, that artist didn't even try.
Like, they just said, hey, bro, look for a man gator. And he said, all right, say no more, bro.
Yeah.
And he said, I mean, I would have, if someone told me, hey, bro, there's a man gator living here, my first thought would have been like Killer Croc.
Right.
You know, a man that's like 8 feet tall with scales on his ass. You know, with razor sharp teeth. Not a fucking dude that looks like Butters from the top half. And then a fucking gator that's about to die from the bottom.
He looks like just a man in a gator suit.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he got super glued to his torso and he can't take it off anymore.
Fucking guy.
It's crazy, dude. It sucks that people get terrified by this fucking dumb shit. I don't know how some people would get scared by this legend.
Yeah, man.
I would assume something scarier, but nah.
I will say this though, one terrifying story that I read as a kid came from the children the books, the scary stories to tell in the dark,
Oh, yeah.
and it was a story of Harold, the scarecrow.
Oh, say it, please.
I mean, long story short, it was just two guys that were in charge
No,
of.
don't long story short.
No, yeah.
Some people out there might have not known it.
All right, but dude, I can never tell the story as good as you'll read it because it was really well.
Nah,
written.
you don't give yourself enough credit, bro. But you're a very good storyteller.
But it was okay. Let's see how good I am. It was two guys whose names I forgot.
Whose names I forgot?
I forgot the two fucking guys' names, but they were like in charge of
Put
like
some names on it. Butters and fucking Sam.
Butters and Alex.
Well, there you go.
Butters and Alex, the two guys, and they were in charge of upkeeping like a fucking part of a farm or something like that, right?
Okay.
And there was a scarecrow named Harold. And one of the guys, if I remember correctly, he was just chill about everything. He was just like, dude, I'm just here to do the grunt work, and then we leave and get our money or whatever.
He was like all nonchalant about it.
Right, that's Alex. But then Butters was like very weird. And he would mistreat the scarecrow.
What do you
He
mean
would
mistreat the scarecrow?
Talk shit to Harold, the
What?
scarecrow.
What?
Yeah, he would call him names, call him like ugly, smack the scarecrow's face. Think about it. It's like an inanimate object.
So you're treating an inanimate object like if it was something that had life in it.
Yeah, and you're degrading it.
What the fuck?
You know? It's like beating up your backpack. But, like you're calling your backpack names, calling it ugly, saying like, I wish I had another backpack,
You think you have good straps, but you don't. They hurt my
Yeah.
shoulders.
And you're just like punching it all the time or whatever. To the point where the other guy goes like, dude, calm down. Like, fuck, it's just a like inanimate object. It's just an inanimate scarecrow.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit you back, bro.
So I think throughout the story, like the guy throws food at its face.
What?
Tells it, why the fuck are you staring at me? Crazy. Long story short, I mean, as the story goes, they start noticing that the dog grunts.
What?
Yeah, like it goes, and they both freak the fuck out, and they're like, "Dude, like I gotta get out of here." But then Butters, the asshole, is like, I think he goes like, "Nah, not yet." You know, like it won't do shit to us or whatever.
Because it's an inanimate object.
Yeah, they just so happen to grunt when I hit it.
Nothing suspicious there.
And then, so long story short or whatever, and the guy throughout the story just treats the scarecrow like shit. And smart guy Alex, this is all I remember. Like, fast forward to the end of the story. Trust me, you guys will have. Do yourself a favor, read the story. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Like, don't trust me. I'm underselling it. It's a good read. Well, for a kid, I read it as a kid anyway.
Nah, I think it'd still be a good read
Yeah,
if they
it's
read
creepy.
it now.
It's creepy because
It sounds creepy already by the way you're saying it.
so Alex, fucking in the end of the story, he just dashes. He fucking leaves. He's terrified, right?
Because he keeps grunting.
No. Like other shit, bro. Like they notice that this shit gets up in the middle of the night and fucking starts walking on the roof and shit like that.
What?
Yeah, or it'll stare at them and shit. Like they'll make it face one way, and then when they turn around and turn back, like it'll stare at them. So they're like, "Fuck this shit. I know how I placed them or whatever," right? Bottom
Like, this
line,
motherfucker turned around on his own.
yeah, no, and they catch it fucking climbing up the roof and like walking around.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. So this guy Alex,
Bro, I'm getting the willies.
yeah. So this guy Alex fucking dashes. He leaves through the fucking cornfield.
He said, fuck you, Butters, and the Scarecrow.
And as he turns around, he sees Harold, the scarecrow, climb up the roof with a bloody skin to throw over like a line to dry in the sun.
Whose
So-
skin was it?
He skinned the asshole dude.
He skinned Butters?
Yeah, he skinned the asshole that would hit him.
Fuck.
Can you imagine being... imagine your skin ripped off by a fucking scarecrow?
Dude, I got the chills.
Yeah.
Bro, I got the willies, bro. Ugh.
And think about it, dude. I'm a terrible storyteller. So you guys should read it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to give me the willies by saying it the way you said it, bro, I'm pretty sure the story's much better than that.
Yeah.
Although you did a really good job fucking telling the story. Holy fuck. I mean, Butters deserves it. He's a real asshole, so.
Yeah, that guy.
So good thing he got skinned. Did Alex make it, though?
Yeah, he made it. He started like a family and shit.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good, because he's a really hard-working dude, and he didn't mistreat Harold, so he doesn't
He
deserve
did
to die.
it, bro. He was always just like, "Hey, man, you know, just don't do that."
Holy shit. Dude. Damn, that shit got me, fool. I'm still having the willies.
Dude, that shit convinced me to never treat like inanimate objects bad.
Dude, I don't know. How are you scared or feel uncomfortable with dolls?
Yeah, but I don't hit them.
But do you, okay. So like if you're around a doll, like let's say we had right now a big old porcelain doll, would you be terrified of it?
Not terrified, but I am uncomfortable around like porcelain antique dolls.
Dude,
Because those always turn out to be like the haunted ones.
like, I'm not gonna lie. I honestly became like super terrified of dolls when I watched the movie Chucky.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that shit terrified me so fucking bad, dude. Like, to the point where I would even go to, what would it say? I would say to, like, the swap meet or whatever, my parents. And just by seeing, I would see, like, a little fucking asshole, like, this big, 6 inches. And I'd start getting the chills, bro. I'll start getting scared, you know?
Yeah.
But then, like, eventually I was like, okay, it's not that bad. You know, I'm not going to get terrified by it anymore. We're good. So after that, like, my fear for dolls, like, went away, basically. Like, it went away. Then, one time, dude, my sister had some fucking doll. It was like a baby, right? But this thing, dude, the weird part about it was, in the middle of the night, it would laugh.
Whoa.
But it wouldn't be like... It was one of those dolls where you actually had to press the stomach, dude, to make it laugh. Like, you couldn't... If you smacked it, it wouldn't laugh. You know how some that are sensitive to touch or they're sensitive to, like, light or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
and they'll laugh or whatever, they'll react the way they're supposed to because of light or because of like a motion sensor.
Yeah.
No, this one wasn't like that. This one, you literally had to press its stomach to make that bitch fucking like laugh. And it's like, dude, it would happen out of nowhere at our old apartment, bro. Where, dude, I'll be sleeping, bro, be going memes with my fucking thumb in my mouth, all covered up and cozy, and I don't know, you'll hear, and I'll be like, what the fuck? But it wasn't like a giggle. It was like a hysterical laugh.
Whoa, man, that's fucking
That
weird.
would get loud, and then like it would keep on going, and then it'll be like, and then it'll go, ah. We're like, what the fuck? But that's how it was. Like, it's not like if it would make its own voice. That's just how the pre-recorded thing in the fucking machine was. But it was weird that it would just fucking go off on its own. Like, dude, we had bunk beds. You remember we had bunk beds in our apartment. We leave it in the top. Nobody's there. Nobody's sleeping in that fucking bunk bed. Yet it would go off. Explain that to me, bro.
Dude, that's fucking weird, man.
Like, and it's like when we moved out, bro, I threw that fucker away.
Yeah, as you should have.
Like I told my sister, I was like, hey, you might be mad at me, fool, but I'm doing us a favor by getting rid of this bitch. Cause it's like, dude, it was just terrifying, bro. Like, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Like, dude, there was times where, like, I'd be home alone, and just because that fucking doll was there, like, I'd feel uneasy, and I'd be like, now I'm gonna go outside better. I'll go kick it outside better with the homies.
Dude, I feel you 100%, man.
I'll be like, fuck that. And the worst part of it, like, after I got rid of that doll, I'm thinking, okay, my doll phobia is gone. I don't gotta worry about dolls no more. I'm cool. Then I start dating my girl. Start kicking it with her. We start meeting the family. Everything's all nice and peachy. Then out of the fucking nowhere, we go see your grandma. And she's like, hey. The grandma's saying this. She's like, hey, have you ever showed you my collection? I was like, huh, your collection? And her aunt goes, nah, you don't want to see it. Like, it's fucking scary. I don't even like her collection. I was like, what the fuck? What's her collection? Like, I was thinking some crazy shit, you know?
Like what?
Like, I don't know. Like, some fucking, I don't know, macabre, like, or like fucking stuffed animals or some shit, you know? Like, actual stuff, taxidermied animals. Like, I was thinking that, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck could be so scary?
A collection of all her, like, ex-husband's balls.
That'd be something. I'll be like, am I next? No, dude. She comes out with the oldest, ancient looking fucking doll I've ever seen in my fucking life. I'm talking about, like, bro, you could tell if you put a polygraph test on that fucking doll, it would actually answer and it'll say it probably saw some shit.
You know what I think is the scariest thing?
What?
To get turned into a doll.
How the fuck do you get turned into a doll?
Like, they'll cast a spell on you and you become a doll. And you can't move, you can't say shit.
Oh, like that one movie, Dead Silence, huh?
Dead silence. Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
like that.
remember they made that motherfucker into a doll?
Yeah, exactly, like that, dude.
They basically just shoved a stick in his jaw and just... They were like, facts don't care about your feelings. Feelings don't care about your facts.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, exactly like that.
But, dude, she came out with the biggest fucking doll ever, bro. Like, it was probably about this big. And I remember seeing that shit, and I looked at my girl, and I'm like, bro, I can't show her that I'm a bitch, fool, you know? Because she's going to look at me, she's going to be like, damn, you're just like Butters, you know? You pussy fuck. So I was like, nah, I'm going to fucking grab myself by my nuts and pretend it don't scare me. But, dude, deep down, like, I would make eye contact with that fucking doll, fool, and I would just get shivers in my back. Like, if it was staring into my soul, dude. It was terrifying.
Yeah, man, that's fucking insane, man.
And that's when I was like, oh my god, I haven't gotten over my phobia of dolls.
Dude. That's fucking nuts.
And it's like, I thought it was done. I thought that was done. Like, I thought she was just going to show me that weird-ass, creepy old doll. No. That's not it. She brings out a box, dude. She shows me, like, a box food with more dolls. And not just that. Some of them are, like, creepy-looking clowns.
Dude, watch out. She might be trying to turn you into a fucking doll.
Nah, I don't think... I mean, who knows? But she's a really nice lady. Don't get me wrong. But even her daughter's terrified of him. And she goes, dude, that particular doll scares the shit out of me. I was like, it does? She goes, I'm telling you, like, she even said it. She said it's haunted. She goes, I know that fucking doll's haunted. She's like, I don't know how the fuck my mom hasn't like seen anything or hasn't gone through anything while having that doll with her, but I know that fucking doll's haunted.
What if haunted is code word for there used to be a person?
Oh, what a coincidence! Because she does mention that doll looks a lot like her sister
Oh,
who
there
passed
you
away.
go. When was the last time you fucking saw her sister?
I never met her. Holy fuck! For all we know, she's living in that doll.
Dude,
Case closed.
how much fucking evidence do you need?
I don't think we need any more evidence than that.
It looks like her sister. You've never fucking met her sister.
Who happened to die? We need to have a serious talk, fiance. Holy shit. Boom, bro. You just fucking blew up my mind right now.
Yeah, so I think when people say, oh, that thing is haunted, nah. That used to be a person.
Nah. A person was alive at one point.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. But yeah. Did you have any
Dude.
phobias?
Next time anybody ever mentions to you that something is haunted, they might have killed someone.
Or someone died around him?
No. Like if someone tells you, oh, that place is haunted. Wait. How do you know? Who did you kill?
Hey, now that you mention it, bro, I'm kind of thinking my mom probably... Because my mom is always saying that our house is haunted.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. And you know what? My mom is guilty of murdering a lot of our pets.
Really?
Yeah. You don't remember, bro, when I used to have a fucking parrot fool that I got from TJ, and that little fucker would be crawling on my finger and shit? I only had the fucker for a month before my mom murdered him.
Wow.
Turns out, okay, this fool would like getting out of his cage, and he'll like hop around the cage, and then he'd go into my dad's bamboo, and he'd like chewing on the leaves, playing with the leaves. My mom got mad about that, bro. Guess what she did?
Killed him.
Killed him. Guess how?
Cooked him.
Poisoned him.
Oh, shit.
There's a plant. I don't know what's called in Spanish, but in English, but in Spanish it's called huele de noche. So it's basically like a tree, but at night it does give off a distinct smell. Pleasant. It's not strong. It's not a strong odor, but it does give off a smell, and it's very pleasant smell. I don't know what it's called in English, though. If anybody knows, let me know. But she ended up cutting off a few branches for it, and it had like little buds on it, like from the flowers. That I guess it was the flower was going to be blooming soon. She gave him that. Those little buds. Fucker started eating them. Like 2 days later, he would barely walk, and then he started going like this to the side and shit. Like when he'd walk around, he couldn't flap around. The third day, bro, dead. Fucking dead. He wouldn't even eat nothing. Mama killed him, bro.
Dude, should we be saying this?
I don't know. Because now I'm kind of worried. Because what if my mom sees this shit and she goes, hey, bro, you're outing me.
Yeah.
We might be next.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Condoleezza Rice on The View?
Why, is she haunted too?
No. But it was pretty cool how she went on The View. And she was just like basically giving her opinion on a few things like CRT being taught in school. She's
Critical race theory, right?
Yeah, she's definitely against it. She says it's pointless basically. Like for what? What's the purpose? It's not gonna advance people's education. You guys are doing this to shame people.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
She gave a part of like she was telling people about like her upbringing. Like, dude, I grew up in Alabama, bro.
Didn't she grow up during segregation?
Yeah.
She was a part of it, huh?
Right. And she goes, that was my childhood. And I'm telling you, like, where you guys are headed, I don't want no parts of it. Super smooth with it, dude. Just basically saying, like, peacefully and calmly, this shit is, like, dumb. Like, like, it's not productive.
I mean, although some people might see her as the devil's wife for bombing the Middle East, she does speak truth. Because it's true, like, how fucked up is it for that you feel bad for your race, for being what you are?
Yep.
Like, imagine they flipped that card on us, bro. Imagine, like, they would tell us, hey, you gotta feel guilty, bro, because you're brown. And then you're like, wait, but I didn't choose to be brown. I was just born this way. Wait. You gotta understand. Because of the fact, just because you're brown and what your ancestors did is enough to feel guilty. Like, bro, come on, dude. That's fucked up. You can't be doing that shit.
Yeah, I say don't fall for it. I say don't fucking follow.
If you fall for that and believe that stupid way of thinking, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, dude. They might be skinwalkers.
Yep.
They might transform and shapeshift for at night.
Hey, did you hear fucking Trump is coming out with like a social media finally, supposedly? Could be all bullshit, but it's called a Truth Social.
Oh yeah, I heard about that shit.
What do you think about that?
Supposedly they're bringing it out in 2023, right, or 2022?
2022.
I mean, we'll see how it is. If it's easy, if they can navigate through it as easy as like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, I think it'll become popular.
Yeah.
I think it'll become very popular.
Yeah, man. We'll see. A lot of people are saying that it has a similar code to Mammoth,
Mammoth?
or is it called Mammoth or Mastodon? It was basically like a almost like a Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they're comparing the user interface, like usability or whatever that's called, to that of a Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. So hopefully, man, hopefully it's easy to navigate. I'll give it a shot. If it's fucking Trump's idea or he's behind it or whatever, I'm curious to see what it's like.
The Great White Hope.
The Great White Hope. Shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson.
Shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson, dog. Hey, since we're still kind of in the whole cancel culture topic, did you see about that one transgender woman that was speaking up on that protest for Netflix?
Nah, what did she say?
I guess she's a spokesperson or somewhat, but they started somebody released a video where they showed all of her old tweets where, bro, she bashes all kinds of different races.
Ashley Marie Preston, and I'm the organizer for the Stand Up and Solidarity Rally. My entire career, everything that I've done has been about pushing boundaries. It has been about holding people accountable.
I just cussed that Asian bitch clean the fuck out.
We expect more.
You mess up my order and then blame me? English is my first language, bitch.
And so,
I know it's a lot to ask in California, but speak fucking English. Yet I said it.
we also pour social equity into these spaces. We
Just broke my phone on this Asian bitch's head.
Dave Chappelle doesn't get to suck all of the light out of that. And so the thing that I felt most troubled by is
Latino and Asian businesses need to stop being rude and fucking disrespectful.
they don't have the same equity.
This Asian nigga in Subway got a fat ass.
They don't have the same opportunity.
He almost looks like a bitch from behind. Hashtag shaking my head.
We will no longer stay silent.
Asian hoes act like they won't get karate chopped in they motherfucking throat.
Just to be clear,
In real life, I'd smash your fucking head in. Like a can of A&W root beer. Dick Ryder.
real violence that is by the trans community, for the trans community,
Bro, I would beat the dog shit out of you. Dick Ryder.
to understand intersectionality and what it means.
I have Asian friends, but they some motherfucking weirdos sometimes. Hashtag, I said it but we all think it.
Obviously, Ashley Marie Preston is a great advocate.
Furry slipper wearing ass fuck boy. Keep pretending for the internet. Dick Ryder.
Ashley Marie Preston has proven herself as an activist, also a friend and a loved one to many people in her embarkment on activism. So thank you so much.
These motherfuckers. Faggot cocksuckers. Fat Mexican piss blonde Miss Piggy looking bitch. I love strippers. Not in like a gay way. I love gay men, but this county clerk at Window G is a motherfucking faggot.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
That is the last time I helped that faggot fucker.
So for those of us who are standing in solidarity with the trans employees,
Another. Damn. Asian almost hit me while crossing. What the fuck is with y'all and damn vehicles? Hashtag racist ass. I don't do Mexican, Asian, or Samoan.
She's like, oh, how is it that you motherfuckers don't know how to fucking speak English already? You're in America, learn how to speak English. And then talking shit about Asians. And then calling, like, I think she was also bashing, like, some homosexuals. Like, going like, oh, you fucking dick riders. Like, what the fuck? Well, mind you, as they're showing those tweets of hers, they're also showing her as she's saying, like, oh, we have to come to an understanding. What Dave Chappelle said is very unacceptable. And you're like, you're a fucking hypocrite. Look at all the shit you talked about people that are outside of your race or people that didn't speak your language. How insensitive and how ignorant is that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You didn't hear about that?
No, but it makes me think about something I saw. This actually came from Twitter, which is kind of funny. But it basically goes like this. It goes, it used to be that people can just they'd be able to just bully you openly.
What do you mean?
Like bullying was seen as normal, like a norm. Like
Yeah.
even harsh, cruel bullying was seen as norm. You know, people would probably intervene at some point, but it's kind of socially it was kind of accepted. Like, oh, you know, bullies will be bullies. They'll get you, you know. So, but now, if you have that in you, if you're like that much of a asshole, narcissist, jerk, bully, now it's kind of easy to do it in the name of virtue.
True.
Now I can I can bully somebody and just call it me standing up for other people or standing up for climate change or something, you know? You can use virtue to fucking nail people and go after them.
Yeah, make them feel like shit.
Yep. So it's not so out there that when you look at the past of these people that now are sanctimonious and virtuous, they have a checkered past.
Yeah.
And all it takes is nowadays people, they just look at your tweets and they see what you tweeted 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and it's like you act like you care about things now, and maybe you do. Maybe you have made a turnaround. But don't forget that
like people do change.
Yeah, I believe people do change. But it's like, don't forget that you yourself is flawed. Because you're over here going after people and all this shit. But look at you know, the shit that you said or believed just a few years ago.
Yeah, like people, like I feel like a lot of people nowadays that do that whole virtue signaling, they act like their shit don't stink.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something you should never do. Don't act like your shit don't stink. Because you know deep down, you're probably not a piece of shit, but you've said some shit where people could call you out on it and be like, hey, explain this, asshole.
Yep.
You know? That's why it's just like, I don't act like my shit doesn't stink. And I know for a fact you don't either, you know? Because we're all flawed. We've all said some shit that either we look back and be like, you know, I changed my way of thinking, you know?
Yep.
And people should have that mindset. It's just like, okay, maybe her, like, she did say some foul shit. Like, let me see if I could pull one of them up. But, like, okay, right here. Asians act like they don't want to get karate chopped they motherfucking throat. What is this bitch staring at? Mind your beeswax. Latino and Asian businesses need to stop being rude and fucking disrespectful. And I know it's a lot to ask in California, but speak fucking English too. Hashtag yeah, I said it.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, look.
Right? If you want to talk about being understanding and all that other bullshit coexist or whatever, yet you're spewing this shit, it's like, don't bite your tongue. You know? But it's like, who knows? She might not feel this way now. You know? She might not feel this way now. But I don't mind the fact that they brought this dirt on her because she acted like she's never been about that. You know? Like she's acted like, oh, bro, I've never done any type of hate speech or I've never speaking bad about anybody.
She's going after people acting the same way she did then, just for different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the same mistakes that she might have made years ago, she's going after people. And it's not to educate, it's to bring them and tear them down.
Yeah.
And I bet as she's doing it, she's thinking to herself, shit, I got away with this shit though. The shit that I'm cracking down at homeboy for, because he might have slid or had it's like a misconception of a certain ethnicity or has a whatever. The way I'm cracking down on him, man, I got away with it, and I thank God no one did this shit to me.
Yeah, you know? But now they're bringing it out on her.
Yeah.
And now she's been silent. From what I know, recently, what I've seen is that she's been silent. So who knows? We may be wrong, or who knows? She might have released a statement that we're not aware of. If you guys know, let us know. But yeah, from the looks of it, she has released a statement. She's quiet because she's like, fuck, now I just got canceled.
Yep. Yeah, man. Insane.
It's a trip. It's crazy. But going back to our scary stories, have you ever heard of La Mano Peluda?
Yeah. Yeah, I my uncle used to play that used to play the radio show when I was young. My uncle used to live with us, and he used to turn the radio on out loud in the house. And when he would leave in the morning for work, he used to leave the fucking radio on, so I could hear it from my bed where I was sleeping. I could hear.
What time would this be?
Dude, he would have had this shit like at 4 to 5 in the morning. So the house is fucking pitch black dark, you know?
Hell yeah, the sun ain't even coming up yet.
Nope. And you just hear these fucking terrifying ass stories with the fucking sound effects and shit like that. Yeah, it was horrible, dude. I fucking used to hate my uncle, man.
And then you're just going like looking at the closet like, fuck, nothing better come out if I swear to God something comes out, I'm fucked.
Yeah, that was horrible times, man.
Oh, it's gonna suck. Well, yeah, for some people that might not know, it was an old radio show where allegedly they would say true scary stories. Supposedly that they were events that happened in real life. Supposedly. But I remember your girl actually let us in on the story. A certain story that came out on that show called El Caso de Josué, basically Josué's case. By any chance, do you remember what it was about?
I remember that it was obviously that guy, Josué, and he was talking to the operator. Remember, they called the show.
Yeah, the
producer of the show.
Producer of the show, yeah.
And he called in, and he was like, his voice was full of anguish and misery, dude.
Yeah,
the guy's life was like just pure misery, and he was telling the producer, like, I made a deal with the devil, basically.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think at first he was trying to make deals with demons.
Yeah,
because he was poor, right? He was trying to make money,
right?
Yeah. So from what I remember, he was trying to make deals with all kinds of different demons to try to basically strike it rich.
Yep.
But he wasn't able to, or I guess they wouldn't give him what he wanted. So he ended up actually making a deal with Satan, supposedly, with the actual.
Well,
devil.
actually, I think you brought it up. I think he made a deal. It wasn't with Satan, actually. I think it was with like a fucking low level tier demon.
Really?
Yeah. And if you remember, they mentioned the name on the show. Do
you remember what the name was?
Fuck no. But so he made this deal with this demon, and it's funny because it's actually a Faustian deal. If you look up a Faustian deal, there's a term for it. That when you make a deal with the devil, it always has a sense of irony to it. Let's say the devil or a demon accepts your deal, right? Obviously, we're hypothetically speaking. I've never, whatever. But that when you make a deal with the demon or the devil, there's always like a bit of irony in it, where it's like, okay, I want to live forever. Okay, well, you'll live forever,
but you're gonna lose everybody.
Yeah, like you'll soon lose all the people you know.
Fuck.
And it's like, dude, or like. No. I think a way ironic would be like you have eternal life, but you get a life sentence.
Oh, that'd be the fuck.
So
that'd
like,
be cold, bro.
So the irony, like, okay, yeah, you eternal life, but you get a life sentence. So it's like you're eternally in a jail cell.
You're that reminds me of that. You remember that one movie, Bedazzled?
No.
Was it Bedazzled? I think it was Bedazzled. It was with William Fraser, the dude that played in Mummy.
But it still doesn't ring a bell.
Brendan Fraser? I think it was Brendan Fraser. Okay, well, this guy basically makes a deal with the devil for 7 wishes. And each wish he makes, he ends up getting fucked on one of them. Like, for one of them, it was he wished he was a super big athletic dude that was very popular and rich and wealthy. So they grant his wish, and it turns out he's a big old basketball player, dude. He's dunking and shit. The downside is, though, he's kind of stupid, and he has a little dick. Because he's doing all those wishes to try to get like the girl he wants, the girl he's been trying to get at for months, like some girl he likes. So in every one of those wishes, he ends up interacting with her, but he ends up getting fucked, like right there. Like the girl goes into the locker room because she's supposedly a reporter and she snuck in, and he's like, "Oh, I'm about to change, if you don't mind." She goes, "Oh, I don't mind. I could see." And she's like, "All right, cool." So he takes off his towel and she goes, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he looks down, and he had a baby dick, bro.
Damn.
And it's like another one of the wishes is supposedly they snuck into her room and they read her diary, and she said that she wanted a man that was in touch with his feelings and had a sensitive side. So they grant that wish, but it turns out that this fool became overly sensitive. Where, dude, they're looking at the sunset and this one just starts bursting into tears. He's like, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful."
Yeah, you see?
She's like, "Yeah, I can't do this." She goes, "No, you're too sensitive for me."
You see how it's like you get your wish, but it becomes something you hate. Like where you're like, dude, like he's like, "Oh, my fantasy is a man that's in touch with his feelings." But the Faustin deal would be like, "All right, but it's gonna be extremely in touch with his feelings to the point where you hate it."
You're basically gonna be dating a female.
Yeah. And it's like insane, man. So it's like you could wish for like, I have big ass balls, and then you're like, all right, you wake up with big ass balls, but it's 2 tumors,
It's 2 tumors.
So it's like the devil.
They're gonna eventually chop them shit.
Yeah. So it's like the devil heard your wish.
Yeah.
But he gave you like, his curse.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's basically what happened here. Because from what I'm reading, it says that he did various favors in exchange for the money and wealth he wanted. And then he says, ever since he started the deal, that he always had a feeling to do bad stuff. And the guy that we were talking about, the radio host, his name was Ramon Saenz. So according to the story, according to the legend, that he went personally with his own team, and that they launched an investigation to see if they could actually experience those horrible demonic beings, according to what Josue would tell him. The legend continues by saying, after concluding contact, various people that accompanied the radio host in that reunion suffered accidents and were immediately related with the investigation. Huh.
Very,
And
very.
it says that one of the collaborators had a horrible car accident, and one of the cinematographers was with them, where he had to go through a dangerous surgery to survive. So one died in a car accident. The other that was with that dude that died in a car accident had to go through like a serious surgery, like a life-saving surgery, but that he was about to die. Let me see. Then they say that this fool ended up dying a couple years later. Ramon Saenz, the dude that Josue initially contacted, the radio host, that he died in May 29th, 2011 under very suspicious circumstances. Supposedly he had a heart attack, although a lot of people argue that it could have been due to the curse. So for some reason, they're under the assumption that dude Josue called them because basically the demon said, "Hey, no, get this motherfucker on the phone, have him come, we're gonna curse the shit out of him and kill all his jabronis that are with him, and we'll give you more money." So he probably fucking said that whole sob story like, "Oh my God, bro, the demons don't want to leave me alone, I can't stop doing bad stuff."
You remember what he was saying, that he goes like, "I'll fucking come by a lot of money, but I have to spend it that same day."
Yeah.
And he goes like money comes very easily to me, but I have to spend it that same day, and it has to be on fucking like either materialistic things, or it has to be on like things that involve like gambling, shit like that, like money.
Yeah, like he couldn't give it away.
Yeah, no, he goes, and I couldn't help people with it.
Yeah, like it wasn't, he couldn't use the money for other people's I guess help or desire or whatever the fuck. Like he had to use it on himself and be basically greedy with it.
Like on vices.
Yeah.
Vices.
There you go. Yeah, spend it on vices.
He couldn't, like, let's say someone had like needed cancer treatment. He couldn't give them the money.
Even beggars, even beggars that were like asking for money, couldn't give them shit.
Yep.
Charities, throw that shit out the fucking door, bro. It's never gonna happen. Somebody like his cousin needed a life-saving kidney transplant. They needed like a couple G's. He was like, "Sorry, bro, I ain't giving you shit." Like, I can't. What kind of life is that to live, bro?
That's what that's the Faustian deal, man. It's just horrible.
Like, hey, bro, we're gonna give you all the money you want, but you can't give it away to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, there has to be a loophole behind that, right?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, let's say he ended up somehow. Okay, let's say I'm the one that's making the deal, right? I made the deal. I'm the one that's getting all this kinds of money. You need money for, let's say, a cousin or whatever that needs surgery, right? I can't give you the money directly, right? That goes against the deal I made with the demons. What if, though, you started a business?
Excuse me?
A business, or we would gamble or whatever. So technically, I'm spending the money with you. I'm not giving it to you. Like if you said, hey, bro, let's play Goldfish. For how much? For 20 racks. All right. And I lose the game, so I have to give you it because technically I used it for a vice, right? Which is gambling. Then you get the money. And all right, hey, bro, thanks. Appreciate it, bro. Now I can go fucking pay for my cousins.
I don't think the demon's that stupid.
But do you think it could work?
I wish. But I don't think so. You know, I've heard this rumor that like the devil's chosen profession is like he came to this world as like an attorney.
Are you talking about Devil's Advocate, bro?
No.
There's a movie that's based off of that.
Really?
Yeah, Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino.
Explain it.
Al Pacino, okay, so basically Keanu Reeves is like a really good up-and-coming lawyer, supposedly, that he's super kick-ass. He ends up getting hired by Al Pacino, who, I haven't seen the movie in forever, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he owns a law firm. I think Al Pacino's a lawyer as well. I think. Or he owns like a company, and he hired that fool to represent him. But the cases that Keanu Reeves starts handling for Al Pacino, who is actually the devil, are like cases where he's winning them, but the defendants or the plaintiffs, basically whoever's losing the case is getting fucked over bad. You know, and then he starts noticing like some weird shit where he's like, hey, what the fuck is going on with this? Like some crazy shit is happening to his fiance or his girlfriend or wherever the fuck. Like, dude, there's a scene where he can't find her. He goes, where is she? And he finds her in her church, and she's like covered. It looks like she's covered like with a jacket or something. And she gets up, bro, and she's butt naked with like cuts all over her body and shit. He's like, what the fuck? He's like tripping out. And then when he finally confronts Al Pacino, it turns out he's Satan.
Whoa.
Hence the title of the movie, Devil's Advocate.
Okay.
But I don't know if Al Pacino was like, like an owner of a law firm, like if he wasn't a lawyer himself, or if he was like a CEO of a company, he just said, hey, I want a fucking new lawyer or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't remember. If anybody knows, let us know, because I forgot that shit completely.
Yeah, I just heard that in passing, that like, oh, the devil came as a fucking attorney, you know?
Hey, that was the first impression he chose.
Because you also hear that like, I don't know who it was, but there's this like really, really good I think it was a blues musician back in the day, right?
Oh, yeah, the dude that sold his...
Right, that he supposedly met the devil at a crossroads and that he sold his soul to him for like a credible ability to play blues, right?
Yeah, they ended up dying at the age of 27.
Yeah. And that they say that the devil, quote unquote, operates in the music industry.
Well, yeah. Well,
they call it a very shady industry.
Well, yeah, the one thing I have heard is the Curse of 27, where
Right.
they say that all these famous artists that have blown up and have died at the age of 27 is because they've made deals supposedly with Lucifer to blow up in the music industry. But the catch is that, hey, well, I'm gonna let you fucking blow up, and you're gonna become the biggest thing out there. But you're gonna die at the age of 27, so you're not gonna be able to enjoy it as much as you'd like.
You see, that's the Faustian deal. Immense stardom, but you don't enjoy half of it.
Well, yeah, like, dude, think about it. The Lizard King, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, was it Amy Winehouse?
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse, dude. That one actor from Odd Thomas, the dude that came out also in Star Trek. I forgot that fool's name. He ended up dying at 27 also. Like, there's also actors that have died at that age, where you're just like, holy shit, something's off.
Interesting, man.
Yeah. So, like, a lot of people are under the assumption, dude, that that it might be some freaky shit. I don't think I could do that deal, bro.
Oh, nah, man.
I'd only have a couple months to live.
Me too.
We'd be fucked.
It wouldn't be worth it.
It wouldn't be worth it.
Nah, I would be like, nah, man, it's just very bad.
I'll be like, bro, give me the 37 at least. Then I'll think about it at least.
Right?
I'll
Yeah,
think
I'd
about
have
it.
to negotiate, man.
Yeah, fuck that. That would tell me, hey, you're at 27. Wait, I'm already 27. What the fuck? How much more time are you giving me? Well, once you're 28, fool, you're fucked. Oh, shit. All right, well, never mind, bro. No deal.
Yeah, nah, it's a bad deal. I mean, I'd leave it. I'd walk away.
Yeah, I'd either negotiate that shit, or I'd be like, hey, bro, I need to see an attorney, fool, so you can look at all the whatever the fuck it's called on the contract, bro, because this shit doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah.
I ain't winning here at all. Like, fuck you, asshole. Oh, fuck. Okay. I got one for you, her. I actually got two. I got two good stories. One, though, this one's not necessarily a story, but it is an urban legend. This one has been going on for quite a while. And there's a video that I'm going to show you once we're done because I have it on my phone. And I'll even put it up right here so they could see it. Crazy ass video. Skinwalkers. The only reason I mentioned skinwalkers is because I remember growing up. You remember Utah?
Yeah.
Okay, obviously the guy's from Utah. So he says that supposedly he knew Native Americans out there, and that you couldn't utter the word skinwalker to them.
Why
That like you couldn't even say, "Hey, are skinwalkers real?" Because that the Native Americans wouldn't even give you an answer. That they'll just walk away from you and wouldn't even want to have a conversation or even touch the subject, according to him.
Right.
And I'd be like, "But why?" And they're like, "Dude, like those things, like they really believe in skinwalkers. You know, like skinwalkers is a big thing in Native American history and tradition." Which I looked into, and yeah, it's true. Like a lot of these people, a lot of Native Americans do believe in skinwalkers. And the way they describe it, though, a lot of people have different versions of skinwalkers. Some people say that it's basically shamans, or like how some people say, like witch doctors, I guess.
Yeah.
Who are able to transform into animals.
Dude, I don't know how you could breathe in that thing.
I actually can. It's actually pretty good.
That's good. Yeah, this is a real cheap mask. So I'm going to go with that.
Probably because it has a lot of holes right here. It has this and it has this in the mouth.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm rubbing my chin right now. But according to him, he said that they could take the shape of actual animals and go back to humans, right? And some say that they can't. Okay, so basically once you become a skinwalker, that it has to be like, you basically have to do some type of ritual. It's not like if you're born a fucking skinwalker. Like you're basically born a man. I guess you make a pact or something to become a skinwalker, but once you do that, you can never really revert back to a full human. Other legends say that, which I've been reading. I saw a video, though, which was really weird and really disturbing, which I'm posting now.
Buddy! How you doing? Just cruisers, man. That's crazy shit. He's calling at me like it's goddamn. What's up, dude?
But you're gonna see it when whatever. But it's basically some dude. It looks like the dude's in a bike, like in a motorcycle, and it looks like it's the woods, bro. Like it's like a trail, bro, a dirt trail, and he just sees like somebody in the distance, and the person's complexion is white. Looks like he has a wife beater on with jeans, and he's like, the dude talks out to him. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And the dude can't. The way he's responding, he's not responding back like a person. He's responding like an animal. Just imagine a parrot responding to you. You know how when a parrot responds to you, like, you could hear the word, but when you hear it, you're like, bro, it's a parrot. Like, it doesn't sound like a person.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell the difference between a person and a fucking animal mimicking a like human speech, like a parrot would. It kind of sounds like that. Because he goes, hey, how you doing? And it, like, if it sounds like that dude is trying to say hello, but it goes like weird. Weird. So he's like, what the fuck? He's like, everything all right? And that the dude or creature or whatever is slowly approaching him, right? So the way he has to go, like the way that thing has to approach the dude that's on the bike, he has to go through like a little ditch and then crawl up. So the dude is walking on his 2 feet. Once he goes down, he gets on all fours and starts crawling up. But as he's crawling up, bro, his limbs start elongating.
Oh, crap.
I'm talking about like Slender Man. They get that long. And he starts getting closer. Dude, he's literally 6 feet away from this guy. And the guy says, nope. And he fucking takes off, dude. Like, if I'll show you the video, you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, you see the motherfucker's body change, like, before your eyes. It's not like the video cuts off and shit, and it's just like, oh, no, I saw him when he fucking slipped. No, it's like, when he's coming up the little ditch, when he's coming up that little hill, it's still like a person. It's still a person crawling up. But once he's gonna touch the dirt road, that supposedly, once he touches the dirt road, like, you see the limbs start elongating, bro. The limbs get longer, the fingers get longer, and you're just like, holy shit, what the fuck is that?
And
Craziest fucking video ever.
This is like CGI?
No, it doesn't look CGI. I'm hoping it's not CGI. If it was CGI, that'd be some crazy fucking shit.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, it's not CGI. It doesn't look. I might be wrong. Like, I'll post a video so they can see it. It may be CGI, and if it is, let me know. Because I'm not good at fucking editing with CGI. I don't have any experience with that shit. I don't know if you do.
No, fuck no.
I fucking sure as hell don't. You know? But it looks trippy. And one thing I've also heard when it comes to skinwalkers is, let's say you're out in the woods, camping or whatever, and you decide to go for a walk, even if it's during the night or during the day. That, I forgot what that distinct sound is, but supposedly there's a distinct sound skinwalkers make. And that what you're supposed to do is not look back. You're supposed to pick up a rock, throw it over your shoulder. It doesn't have to be with a specific hand. You just got to get the rock and throw it over your shoulder. If it throws back, that you just got to keep on walking and not look back. Because that's supposedly this is what Utah told me. He might be full of shit, but supposedly that skin, like, I guess if you do that, like if you throw the rock over your shoulder and it throws it back, that the skinwalker can't attack you unless you look. So, like, if you look at the fucker and you guys make eye contact, that's when he could attack you. Supposedly. I don't know what would stop the motherfucker from attacking you, but according to Utah, that's what he would say. Crazy ass fucking shit out about skinwalkers, bro. Where it's just like, fuck, dude. But at the same time, it's kind of too complex for it to be real at the same time. Right? Like, because it's just like, bro, it's just way too complex to be dude, if I was a skinwalker and I had to fucking live through all that shit to get somebody, like...
Yeah. Dude, they'd starve.
Yeah. I'd be like, fuck this shit, bro. Like, if I couldn't stalk a motherfucker from the back and just,
too many rules.
Pounce him, bro, and get him, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, bro, so you're telling me just because of the fact that this would throw the rock at me, before I gotta throw it back now?
What am I, fucking little bitch or what?
We playing catch now, fool? I get I could transform into an animal, fool, but doesn't mean I gotta throw the fucking ball back at you, bitch.
Yeah. That's still pretty interesting though.
Yeah. Crazy ass story, bro. Crazy ass fucking story.
Hey, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, you know what he tweeted like a couple of days ago?
What?
He goes, hyperinflation is coming and it's gonna change everything.
Hyperinflation?
Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me.
What does he mean? Like hyperinflation, like us, the U.S. hyperinflation?
The world, basically.
What's gonna cause that?
Everything that's going on simultaneously right now in the country.
So he's under the impression that
because of
We're
like
basically fucked.
that's what he made it seem like. He's like, when you think about supply chain issues, right? Mask mandates and masks, like people are some people are complying, but a lot of people are saying no. Like, you know, I went on Twitter and
New
I
York
saw,
is already having protests about that.
yeah. When you talk about all the shutdowns that happen continuously,
Where's the soda at?
you know, it's like you mess with the economy that much, and we had like basically the non-working class, you know, like a whole group of people in the country that just said, nah, I'm not gonna go to work, I'm not gonna pay rent either. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna go to work, I'm not gonna pay rent, and you send me money. How's that for a Faustian deal?
Yeah, that shit was
So
a joke.
a lot of like economists are looking at this shit and being like, dude, this is like one of the the biggest bubbles. And the Federal Reserve Chair and the chairman of the the Secretary of the Treasury, they're all just acting like it's gonna be fine.
Really?
You know, Janet Yellen, she's coming out and saying like, oh, you know, this inflation is just transitory. You know, it's pretty chill. Like, you know, it's all right.
Nah, because I feel like they gave away too much money and they're still giving away money.
They're spending their way out of this. You know, it's like, imagine spending your way out of debt.
Yeah, dude. How the fuck are you gonna do that? How the fuck are you gonna spend your way out of debt?
Yeah. So, again, this is as far as like I can scratch the surface, but obviously the nitty gritty of like how much trouble like all the central banks around the world are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. But for Jack Dorsey to come out and fucking tweet, he knows he's not the guy that we go to for economic perspective. To me, he's not an economist. But for him to tweet that, I was like, how creepy. And then he goes, it's going to change everything. And he goes, it's real. It's going to, and it'll eventually, it's going to hit the U.S. soon. I was like, whoa.
You don't think he just said it just to stir the pot?
Maybe. There's that possibility.
Yeah, where he just said it just to be like, I'm gonna fuck with these fools and they're gonna believe me because I'm Jack Dorsey and I'm a millionaire. Billionaire.
Could, yeah, possible.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, billionaire Jack Dorsey is actually scared of inflation?
That is possible.
You know? Who knows? I feel like there's a pot. I'm like 50-50. I feel like it is a possibility he just said it just to stir shit up.
And then I think Peter Schiff responded. Let me look for his response.
What'd that motherfucker say?
Let me look for his response now that I fucking mentioned it. All right, so. Right. Okay.
Peter Schiff responding to Jack Dorsey. He's probably going like, man, shut your bitch ass up, huh? You just talking out of your ass with a fucking deviate all that fucking bullshit you're under investigation for.
Stupid mofo. But this is what let me see. Let me find it.
He's be like, I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Zuckerberg says the same shit in Facebook soon.
Okay. Oh, but all right, guys. Keep in mind also that Jack is super like Bitcoin. Like if you go on his Twitter right now, his header is #Bitcoin.
Jack Dorsey?
Yeah. So he's a super major proponent of Bitcoin.
Since you're sorry to interrupt you, but since you're still in the whole thing about crypto, you know who Barstool Sports?
Right.
Who's the CEO again?
I don't know his name.
But I don't know, but he got outed recently because he tried running like one of those Save the Kids crypto scam with some crypto called Moonboy, I think. Or Moonstar, some shit like that with Moon. But bro, he's on like on CNN and shit, like ESPN Sports, going like, hey, you really think it's gonna go off? Oh yeah, bro, this is gonna go off, man. I like rating pizzas, bro. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what's up with these motherfuckers still trying to run those crypto scams? Like, I would assume after you see these fucking dudes from that FaZe Clan shit totally get demolished and sued over it, like, you would be like, hey, how about we not do this stupid shit?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I don't know why they get involved and push it, you know? Like, there's got to be some form of liability.
True.
You know? They get paid their money to promote this bullshit, and then when people lose money, you can be held responsible. You
Yeah.
were being vocal and telling people, "Oh, this is the new wave, man. You guys should put your money into this." Peter Schiff's response to Jack Dorsey when he said hyperinflation is going to change everything, it's happening. He goes, Peter Schiff goes, just don't expect to find any refuge from it in Bitcoin. He goes, to protect yourself from inflation, hyperinflation, you're going to need to own real assets. Gold qualifies, but Bitcoin does not. And then people were coming after Peter Schiff, like going like, dude, this is stupid. And he goes, Bitcoin is more real than real. It just surpassed the Swiss franc in market cap. It's soon going to surpass the Brazilian real. And then he goes, it's a make-believe asset. You can't do shit with it. Sometimes kids have imaginary friends, and this is the same
Some
concept.
guys.
He goes, this is the same concept except with adults.
We got imaginary money.
And then some guy goes, coming from a dude who likes shiny yellow rocks. LMAO. And then he goes, you can do a lot with that tiny metal, or with the shiny metal. You can't do anything with Bitcoin except pretend it has value and trade it with others who are under the same delusion. So yeah, Peter Schiff has always been against Bitcoin. Which, honestly, if I were to ask you, damn. Because there's 4 qualifications in order to consider something,
Cryptocurrency?
no, a currency. In order to consider anything a currency, it has to have a store value. It has to be a form, like a payment. And there's 2 other ones. I don't know if you can look them up. But there's 4 characteristics of a currency. And then he goes, it might have 3, but he doesn't see it as a store of value. Because he goes, is it a store of value if it can be that volatile like day after day? Like it'll jump
Yeah,
up.
the thing about cryptocurrency was very volatile. Okay. So the characteristics of currency are durability, portability, divisibility, uniformity, limited supply, and acceptability.
Okay, but even crunched up, there's four. You can look at 4 characteristics of currency.
Durability, divisibility, transportability, and non-counterfeitability. Those are the 4 characteristics of currency.
Okay, well maybe I'm looking for a different one because one of them is
Maybe
actually
the main functions of currency.
Okay.
Because right here it says a medium of exchange, a store of value,
There you go.
unit of account, and a standard of deferred payment.
That's it. Those are the 4.
Yeah, that's basically those are the 4 main functions of currency.
Read them to me again.
A medium of exchange,
Right.
a store of value,
Yeah.
a unit of account, and a standard of deferred payment.
Yeah, you can pay, like how much you have, unit of account, and the other one, but he goes, I don't consider it a store of value. Because if you store a certain amount of money in Bitcoin, by tomorrow, you can fucking lose half of that.
That's actually true.
So he goes, how is that a currency? How can you, even fiat currencies of today, yes, they lose value over time, but never at this rate.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, dude, when the fuck has a dollar fucking lost value like overnight?
Yep.
Where it's just like, hey, well, now this shit ain't worth shit today.
Yep.
Just hope tomorrow it's worth double. Like, what the fuck?
But to the defense of people that love Bitcoin and stand by it or whatever, it only seems to go higher and higher and higher after every time it crashes or every time it has like a stutter. You know?
Yeah, but that's because more people are getting into it. I feel like if
Do you think it's all a Ponzi?
possibly,
Yeah.
I think it's a possibility. Because think about it. How is it that the people that are pumping it up all the time are the people that have a lot of it in like at stake, to where they pump it up, they make it worth a shitload, and then they say, "Oh, I'm pulling it," and they say, "Oh no, it was a joke." Like basically what Elon Musk did with Dogecoin. He bought what? How much did he own of it?
I forgot how much he
Didn't he own a large percentage of it though?
Yeah, I think he held a fucking like a certain amount.
He held a lot. I don't think it was half of it, but
And people were accusing him of fucking like conning people.
oh well, that was their dumbass fault for listening to him.
Yep.
Like he did a very smart thing. He said, "Hey, bro, this is the next big thing," and they said, "Oh, fuck it, we're gonna get it too," because Elon Musk said it. And then once it gained value and it skyrocketed, he said, "Late, I'm pulling out," and he made all his money. You know, you can't blame him for that, right?
Whether or not I can blame him for it is different. Whether or not he can be held fucking responsible, like in the court of law.
Could he though?
I'm not sure.
Because it's not a market. It's not like if it's the stock market that he's fucking like fucking up. You know, it's not stock.
Yeah, that's true.
It's basically currency. It's like if he were to say, "Hey, bro, you guys should invest in pesos because pesos are gonna be fucking. They're the next big thing." So what does everybody do? Oh, bro, fuck that. Let's all exchange our money for pesos. The peso goes up. It's worth more than $1. And then he says, okay, finally, my fucking pesos are worth a shitload. I'm changing that shit now. And then everybody's stuck with pesos. And they're like, oh, fuck, this shit ain't worth shit no more.
Yeah. Did you have another story?
I actually have one more. Why?
Let's hear it.
This is actually from... This is a local tale. A local as in TJ.
Yeah.
But this story, I heard it when I was a kid. My mom and my dad would mention it to me, but they never gave me like the full explanation. But I do know for a fact that this bar existed. It's called Aloha. It was a bar in TJ, in downtown TJ, and they closed it down years ago, because they say that the devil appeared, and this is documented fact that it burned. So they say that the devil appeared, and after that basically the bar burned. Didn't burn to the ground, but it burned. It caught on fire. And the fact that it did get caught on fire, that's documented fact. Not the devil part, but it's documented fact that, yeah, that shit, that certain day that people were talking about that it caught on fire, like, yes, there is record that it did catch on fire. There's just no record that the devil was there. But, so the legend goes that this happened on a Thursday in downtown TJ. So, police went to investigate the area. Firefighters went to turn off to basically turn off the fire. They go inside and they say that they saw a charred skeleton with ash circled around her. So basically, it's the body of a female, and around the body is a circle of ash. That was very odd. So, the way the story goes is that it was a woman that was, according to her, she wouldn't go out a lot, and they wouldn't really let her go out on the street a lot either. So one time she decided to say, like, hey, nah, like, enough is enough. I want to go out and have fun, and I want to dance, and I don't care with who. I'll even dance with the devil. That's what the legend says. But I'm gonna say what she said in Spanish, but basically I already translated it. But, quote, she said, "Hoy voy a bailar aunque sea con el diablo." That was her word. So
and the devil was like,
Sheesh. The devil said, Sheesh. The devil walked in and said, whoa. So supposedly, and that this was a young girl, she was like probably in her 20s or whatever. Sheesh. But that she escaped her house, went to the Aloha bar, and was basically looking for somebody to dance with. And that she was approached by a very elegant looking man, right? That he was dressed very sharp. I'm assuming back in the 70s, the motherfucker was probably wearing a suit, right? That's how people probably dressed back then. And that the woman was approached by this man, and that, according to witnesses, they say that she was very, very excited to dance with him, right? So the legend continues saying that they went on the floor, they started dancing together, but they say that something was off about the man, because a lot of people start saying that they started floating a little bit. That it didn't look like they were actually dancing on the floor. That they had lifted from the ground a little bit. And then they started lifting and lifting. And then eventually people said that they saw hooves instead of feet.
Oh, shit.
So people were like, what the fuck? So once people called it out, and they were like, hey, what's going on? Other people say, and according to the legend, they say that some people saw a goat's hooves or whatever the fuck, and then others say that one of his feet was that of a rooster, and the other one was that of a goat. So once that happened, people started panicking. And that out of nowhere, that there was an electric discharge in there that hit the couple. So it hit the devil and it hit the woman. And that the woman let off like this terrified scream because she realized who the fuck she was with. And that supposedly when that electrical discharge happened, that I guess hit Satan or whatever the fuck, that's when he started like showing his true self. That it was like the ugliest thing you could ever see. And that only a handful of people saw it. And that to this day, they don't really... Some people say that they choose to not give the actual description of what they saw. Others say that it's because they don't even know. But legend has it that supposedly his face became disfigured. And that he ended up... Like once his face started getting disfigured and showing his true face, like what he was, like Satan or whatever... And he was like, oh, fuck, like, I already showed myself to everybody. That supposedly he ran to the restroom while this bitch was, like, caught on fire after the electrical discharge. So he said, I'm out. He dipped through the window or whatever the fuck, while this homegirl is just on fire because she danced to the devil.
Why would he go to the restroom?
I don't fucking know. I guess because he couldn't run through the front door because everybody was running out of the front door. But like I said, firefighters got there. They saw the woman's charred body. But they said that they saw a perfect circle wrapped around her body. Like circling her. I don't know. Not enveloping. I guess. It was like if somebody threw ash in a perfect circle and just dumped their bones in there.
Wow.
But that's one legend that I've always heard. Everybody I know that's from TJ, bro. Like. And I asked like, hey, have you ever heard of the Aloha legend? They'll be like, yeah. A young girl danced to the devil that day. And the bar caught on fire.
Damn, that's insane, man.
Yeah, so like if anybody that knows anybody from TJ, ask them about the legend of the Aloha Bar. If they're really from TJ, they'll tell you that story. That a woman, well, a girl, very, very beautiful woman, escaped her house, which is why you should stay at home and listen to your parents, people.
True.
Because she said that her parents were too bossy, so she said, fuck it, I'm gonna dance with anybody, even if it's the devil. But then what happens? She ended up dancing with the devil and she fucking ended up dying. If she would have listened to her mommy and her papa, none of this would have happened. She probably still would have been alive.
She would have listened to her papa.
She would have listened to her faja, her dad. And then she would have been, she would have been cool. It probably would have been some other poor soul that would have ran into the devil and would have died.
Dude, that's fucked up, man.
It's real cold. Crazy ass story. But, like I said, this is an urban legend. None of that has been proven except for the fact that the bar did in fact catch on fire. Every other thing on that story is word of mouth. It hasn't been, what's the word? Like proven as fact yet.
Yeah.
But it's a crazy story.
It is, man.
Real crazy story. It makes you wonder how many people out there have fucking probably had run-ins with the devil.
All right.
I don't know how I would react to that. I don't know if I'd believe it if I saw some dude with a fucking chicken leg and a goat foot.
Dude, I'd call him out.
You'd call him out on it?
Yeah.
Would you be like, hey, bro, pull up your pants?
Yeah, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? Like, put him on the spot, you know?
You'll be like, hey, bro, something's off with your toes, bro.
make Satan have a fucking panic attack. He'll get real socially awkward and shit.
Get real socially awkward. You'll be like, hey, bro, what are those?
He starts stuttering and shit.
Hey, motherfucker, you floating now? What the fuck? You can't dance with those busted ass Fifu, so you gotta float? And that fool goes, man, fuck all you motherfuckers. I'm burning this bitch to the ground.
Fucking burns everybody.
Making fun of me for my 2 left feet, bitch. Fuck you, asshole.
And then he runs out of there and fucking stumbles into the wall.
Runs like a duck.
Yeah.
Starts quacking on his way out.
Runs like Butters.
Like if he has no knees. Fucking peg leg ass fool. That one looks like if he had prosthetics.
Okay, he has clamps.
Oh fuck!
Like he has 2 braces going from his thigh all the way to his fucking his what do you call
Ankle?
it? Yeah.
Bro, like if he's Forrest Gump, bro. And then out of nowhere, Satan's mom comes out like, "You ever seen a boy with braces before?"
Let's go.
Let's go. Making fun of my boy. Oh fuck! Satan, please don't come after us.
Please. Well, I mean,
It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
but I think that's a good place to end it, man.
I think it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed our story, let us know. If we got any of them wrong, let us know. But then again, we probably didn't because they're all urban legends. So half of the shit's made up anyway.
Yeah, it's all lies.
But we do recommend you guys read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
The Story Herald. That's what
The
I'm
Story
calling
Herald. You guys should really read that one. Because I remember, now that you were mentioning it, I remembered it and I was like, yeah, bro, that shit was fucking terrifying when I read it.
it. Look into the national debt. That's real terrifying.
Almost
Right.
as terrifying as the story of Harold.
Let us know in the comments any stories, any fucking urban legends you guys want us to cover or check out.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section. We hope you guys enjoyed it again. Happy Halloween, motherfuckers. Be safe out there. Make sure you guys check your candies because fools are being weirdos out there.
Yep.
And they're trying to harm people and poison people. So make sure you guys check it. If the air goes out of your packet, that means it's no good. Get rid of that shit. Throw it out.
Yep.
But yeah, we were your hosts.
I'm J40.
Sickly. We'll see you motherfuckers in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.